gentlemen, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. If any of you saw the first video on this truck right back here, I had to take it down because it had some things in it that I didn't want to have in it, and I just didn't think it was the best video. So today we're going to be redoing the video on my 2001 Dodge Ram 2500 Cummins. I'm going to try to not talk as much in this one, so let's just get right into it. Alright, so to start out, guys, the truck, I mean, like I said, it's 01 Cummins. It is four-wheel drive. It's sitting on 35-inch tires. They're General Grabbers. We put those on a few months ago, and I just detailed the truck yesterday. That's why the tires look all shiny right now. To start things off, rust-wise, right here is completely gone. In here, that's Bondo, because I just wanted it to look better, and I'm going to be repainting the truck, but for now, I just wanted it to look better, because anything looked better than how the door was. The rocker is Bondoed a little bit as well. I might have to replace the rocker and cut it out when I go to repaint the truck. I'm not sure yet. Right here on this door, there's a little bit of rust. On the back side of the cab, there's not really any rust. Like in my cab corners, there's not really any rust. There is a little bit of Bondo right here on this little lip, but on the cab corner itself, there's not really any rust. My bed is okay, rust-wise. There's rust right there. This whole part of the fender is pretty much gone. Rust is starting down there, so that's not good. And rust is bad here. As you can see, I do have a 5-inch straight pipe exhaust with an 8-inch exhaust tip with an axle dump set up. Yeah, I love my exhaust. It's great. It's very noisy. It's very loud. I'll do a startup for you guys so you can hear it. Bed-wise, the truck bed, nothing really special here. Tailgate's fine. Doesn't really have any rust on it at all. I just have an older toolbox sitting up in there with, the lock doesn't work, so that's why you can see that lock right there. I have dual CB antennas on the truck, and I love that because I just think it looks freaking awesome, but that's just me. This side of the bed is actually a lot better, except for right here. That's the only really bad part of this side of the bed. Other than that, as you can see, right there is good, and right over there is good, unlike the other side. It is the SLT Laramie edition, and yeah, so that's about it for the outside of the truck. I will grab my keys. Sorry for the wind noise. I bet you guys can hear that. It's just windy all the time where I live, so I can't really do anything about it. There was a big rust hole right there. That has Bondo in it as well. Guys, I know that a lot of this rust is not fixed the right way. Really, the only reason I put Bondo on it was just to make it look better than it did, because the truck looks pretty decent right now. And like I said, I'm going to be repainting the truck and fixing all of the rust on it. So I'm not that worried if there's some Bondo on it right now, because I'm going to be repainting it. I mean, it really needs new paint. Like the fender's starting to fade. The hood's paint is chipped. Like it's just sad, you know, and I don't want the truck to just go to waste. So, but yeah, let me go grab my keys and I'll open up the interior and we can do a tour of that, and then I'll do a cold start for you guys. And guys, on this truck, I have one key for the door and one key for the ignition, because the truck was stolen from the previous owner, and luckily he got it back. But so, as you can see, the interior is pretty clean. There is a cover on the dash. The dash is not as good as it looks. That's just a cover. The truck has about 173,000 miles on it. It is the automatic transmission, but there's plans in the future for me to put a NV 5600 in here, because that's like my dream, is to have a 6-speed Cummins. So that is definitely going to happen. Just when exactly, I'm not sure, because I have to save a little bit to get all the stuff and the parts for it. That's my CB setup. Everything works in this interior, guys. Like, everything works the way it's supposed to. My 4-wheel drive works, the seat works. And then in the back here, I just have some straps, some tools, some jackets. I actually did make a box in my toolbox to put the straps and stuff in, but I have my fire gear in there right now. So that's why that's not in there. But you guys probably don't want to see a whole lot of the interior, so I'll do a cold start here as soon as I'm done talking about the sound system. One thing I want to do is put like the Sony XAV 5000 head unit in it and put the Kicker door speakers in here. Put some Kicker 6x9s and some Kicker 6.5s in these doors, because this speaker doesn't work at all and the other ones are about shot. So yeah, guys, let me do a cold start for you, and then we will just get right into it. Well, got about 90 psi oil pressure. So guys, as you can see, the truck runs like a freaking top. I mean, it just runs great. Like, it really does. I can't complain about how well this truck runs, because it just always runs really, really well. But I wanted to ask you guys a question. So, hold on here. So on all of the 99 to 01 trucks that I've seen, and this is an 01, they have the fuel filter right there. And mine does not have that. Like, it's nowhere to be found. I don't see a fuel filter anywhere on this truck. The only fuel filter that I see is here. I'll show you. The truck is bone stock, except for it has a fast lift pump on it. And the injection pump is replaced, new radiator, and a couple other new parts. He might have a new heater core in it. Now this is he, meaning the previous owner. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So there's no fuel filter right there, as you guys can see where they typically are. But if you come back here, the only fuel filter I have is right there. And that's a fuel filter and a water separator. And yes, it does have some paint on it, because the other day I just got done painting some of my frame. I did from about right there all the way back to about there, and I did it on the inside and the outside on both sides. That's not rust, that's rusty metal primer. Yes, that is a little rusty, okay? And that band is rusty too, but that's okay. Overall, guys, the frame is in really good shape on this truck. Like, there's not a lot of heavy rust on it. I mean, near the back axle, I have to replace one of the hangers, or one of the axle brackets. I don't really know what that's called, but it's still a 19-year-old truck, and it's been in like the Maryland area for all of its life. We have salty roads here in the wintertime. But yeah, so let me know your guys' thoughts on me not having a fuel filter there. Like, what the heck is the deal with that? Because it's kind of worrying me, and I don't know what I should do. So please help me out there, guys, because I really would love to know what you guys think I should do. So plans front of the hood. We're going to be putting either an SMB or an AFE power cold air intake on it. Turbo, I'm gonna be doing like a 63 millimeter S300 turbo. It's either gonna be like one of the Fleece Cheetah turbos or the BD Super B single turbos. I'd love to put an S400 on this, but for my goals with this truck, because I'm not sure if it's the 53 block or not. I've looked and I can't find anything, so if you guys could, please let me know where I can find whether this is a 53 block or not. Like, where is that little identification tag? Because I've looked on the forums and I can't find it on this engine. But so either an S300 or an S400 turbo, probably an S300. Probably going to be putting bigger injectors on it. The truck used to have a tuner on it, even though the guy told me it didn't, but it definitely did. It's not hooked up anymore though, but it used to have one on it, so I'm going to be putting another one on it. We're probably going to be doing the, what's it called? Probably going to be putting the Quadzilla Adrenaline on here with the iQuad, because I love that system, and that's the one I want to go with. I'm going to be putting a Pusher Mega Intake 3.5 inch piping system on this, so it'll replace the pipe down there. Going to the intercooler from the turbo, it'll replace down the pipe going from this side of the intercooler to the intake, and it'll replace the intake. I'm going to be getting that in probably red. I'm not 100% sure, but probably red. I think that'll look pretty sick. When you open the hood, you just see massive big red pipes. I think that'd be awesome. And that's really it for under the hood. And then, like I said, the 6-speed swap. And then, well, of course, I'm going to be putting some gauges in the truck, because you need gauges. It's just a good idea to have gauges. And if the truck starts running a little too warm, we'll throw a Mishimoto radiator and intercooler on it. But, so yeah, guys, that's the truck. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want, I can show you the other side of the frame real fast, which I will do that actually. But like I said, the truck's pretty clean. Pretty clean for an 01. And yes, I did just get done repainting it. No, that is not rust. That's rusty metal primer. But yeah, like I said, truck's pretty clean overall. Yes, it is rusty in a few spots. But for being an 01, like right there, there's some rust. But for being an 01, I was mainly worried about the frame, and the frame on this one's pretty good. Pretty good to my standards. Now, to some California guy, it's probably not that good, but to my standards, it's pretty good. But, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, one more thing. Bed-wise, I am going to be putting a flatbed on this truck. Because I don't, like, as you can see, the bed's starting to get worse and worse, and I don't really want to deal with fixing the rust on the bed. Plus, I love the way flatbeds look, and I really want one. We're going to be doing, like, the CM-TM Deluxe Tradesman, so where it's mainly a flatbed, but you have toolboxes all along the sides, and you have a little baby bed right here. Or we're going to be doing a Bradford-built bed, like the same style, or a bedrock bed that's the same style. And that'll give me my gooseneck that I want as well. So, alright guys, but enough talk. So guys, like I said, that's the truck. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know about that fuel filter not being in there, or if I'm just not seeing it, or what. I'm not sure. I am not claiming to be an expert. That's why I'm asking for help. Yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed, please give it a like. If not, it's fine. Tell me why you didn't enjoy it. But yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, guys, or evening, or whatever it is. So see you, fellas.